Hello, Doug here. Welcome back to yet another board game channel where we will be having yet another turn of Eldritch Horror as we try to prevent Syzygy. I believe we're on turn 12. Well, let's see. We've got one last chance to get this last mystery done when we're collecting Eldritch tokens before Syzygy will flip at the end of this turn, because Doom will tick around to the red spot, adding a third token, and yes, flipping Syzygy. Right, so we're going to concentrate on that. Hopefully we don't get terribly overwhelmed by all the gates and monsters and such. And yeah, let's just get right to it. Let's start with Skids O'Toole's action phase. Okay, here is Skids in India. For his first action, he's going to rest. Get him up to 2 sanity, which is still not great, but a little bit better. And 4 health. As part of it, we will try to get rid of both his amnesia condition. Oh, come on, you can do it. There we are. Amnesia condition doesn't quite want to focus. And his hallucinations, with both of which, there we go. Both of which we will roll a die during a rest action, and hopefully get a 5 or a 6 on them. Let's see, which one shall we do first? Let's try the amnesia first. We want a 5 or a 6. Yeah, we got a 2. Alright. Let's try the hallucinations. Okay, he rolled a 5, so we got rid of one of them anyway. Nation's back in the madness pile. For his second action, he is going to travel to the Himalayas, where he will have to fight the Cho-Cho, then hopefully get through and please get us that token, please. Alright, now Michael McGlenn over in Africa. Alright, Michael McGlenn is not actually near anything that he can do usefully to advance our mystery. We're entirely counting on the other 3 to get their rolls done. He can't get over to help Skids fast enough in case he blows it. So what he's going to do is take a focus, putting him back up to 2 focus tokens. The focus doesn't want to focus. Well, you all know what that looks like. Then he will do a travel action, move up to the pyramids. The blue omen doesn't come up for a couple of turns, but might as well at least try to close something before things start ganging up on us, because Doom's going to tick down by 2 next turn with the two red gates. We're on a red gate, but we can't close it because we're going to try to get that Eldritch token. Bleh. Alright, that's Michael McGlenn. Let's see what Norman Withers is going to do. Alright, Norman and Joe are going to try to get that Eldritch token. Yeah. Norman first, because he's just in better combat shape, as it turns out, than Joe Diamond. So first action, he will travel to Space 9. Second action, he will also take a second focus token to give him a better chance of getting that. So those are his 2 actions. Joe, who we can see right there, is actually going to, and thank you to Mike Young for pointing this out a couple of turns back, turn 9 I think, that the Tattered Cloak, which reduces sanity lost by 1, is quite good for Norman, because once per round he may spend 1 sanity instead of spending a clue. Now he doesn't have any clues, but he could just spend a sanity once per round. And the Tattered Cloak will knock that down to him spending nothing to essentially get a clue effect. So, good on Norman. Norman's a machine. I really need to use him more actively. Right, that was Joe's first action, trading the Tattered Cloak to Norman. And not much else he can do there. He could heal, but I think instead we're going to give him a focus token, just as a little bit of insurance, in case, if Norman doesn't take out the cultist and get the Eldritch token, then Joe can hopefully do it with his improved stats, his security team, and the focus. Of course, this is all going to rely on whether or not Skids can do what he needs to do. And we're going to move around to the encounter phase and see if Skids can do this, or if our plans completely fall apart. Okay, Skids in the Himalayas. First thing he has to do is do battle with the Cho-Cho so that he can actually resolve an encounter. Oh, why do you not want to focus? Cho-Cho's not too bad. I think we can do this. First of all, of course, the horror check, which will, we're just trying to mitigate 1 horror using his will. His will is 4. However, he only has 2 sanity. So let us... Okay, you got 2 successes. No problem there. Now, he only has to do a single damage to it, although we're trying to prevent 2 to ourselves by rolling his strength, which is 5. Really, we can take one physical hit, because we currently have 5 health. We really need a single success. Okay, we got 2. We prevented damage. Now, before we go any further, if you defeat the Cho-Cho during a combat encounter, which we just did, gain 1 random item asset from the deck. So I will pull from the top of the deck until we get an item. There we are. I took 2, but I will shuffle that other card. Whoa, back in. Boy, these decks are large. That's okay. More cards means more variety. Okay, this could actually help him deal with the cultist. He picked up the ritual dagger, a magical weapon. Once per round, you may gain +1 lore when resolving a spell effect, or +2 strength when resolving a combat encounter. We might just make this. Okay. He's got the monster out of the way. Now he's going to attempt to interrupt the cultist ritual. First of all, of course, the horror check. We'll do a will +1 to prevent, as it turns out, 2 horror. His will is currently 4, +1 is 5. Wow. Jackpot. That's what we need for the fight, though. We really only needed to prevent a couple there. Oh well. Hopefully I haven't used up all my good rolls for this combat. I do still have a clue, though. All right. So now, strength test, trying to prevent 1 damage, not a big deal. But we really want to do 3 damage to the cultist. So, his strength is actually 5. And if he uses the ritual dagger, he gets a +2. this round to a combat encounter. So we're rolling 7 dice. We really need this, Skids. We really, oh god, he got 1 out of 5. We're going to roll 2 more. Just put that one aside. We know we got it. That was 5, yes. We've got 2. Oh boy. We're going to spend his clue token. We desperately need this. Really, really need it. I'm actually closing my eyes here and looking. No. Skids. Damn it, Skids. Well, there we go. That's, we are not going to solve the mystery. I'm assuming that solving more mysteries before Syzygy flips is just good. But we are not going to do it. God, we tried so hard there. Damn it, he can re-roll 1s. Just a second. Okay, going back and looking at the footage, I saw, well, that last one that we spent the clue on was a 1. So we get 1 more re-roll. I'm not sure if I rolled any other ones. The dice that I could see, I need to frame this better. There were no other ones, so... Yeah, oh my god. Oh, that would be a 3rd hit on the cultist, so we are going to get to put that Eldritch token on our mystery. We might do this after all. Okay, let's, well, that was a roller coaster. Okay, let's move on to Michael McGlenn. Alright. Michael, on the pyramids, is going to deal with a cultist of his own, although not one critical to solving the mystery. Which is too bad, because, you know, it would give us an extra opportunity, and it wouldn't be quite so stressful doing the others. Alright, so, first thing Michael is going to do is face that cultist, do a will test +1. That will be 4. Trying to prevent 2 sanity damage. Okay, it's in shot. As you can see, total failure. So that's going to knock him down to 2 sanity. 2 little brains. And now the important part, the actually killing the damn thing. Or taking him out. I don't know if we necessarily always kill the cultists. So maybe we just knock them out, tie them up in a corner. Alright, so, as we just saw with Skids' own encounter, it's going to move Skids a little, we are trying to prevent 1 incoming damage, and do 3 damage to defeat the cultist. That's going to be a strength test, for which Michael gets to roll 8 dice, his base strength of 4, and +4 from the Tommy gun. So we'll do the first 5, which was enough. He did 3. Cultist is down, which means Michael will get to attempt to close the gates. Okay, by going in, and what do we get? Where does he end up? The future. You find yourself in a familiar city, but there's no electricity. The only light comes from the greenish moon, and the only sound is distant screaming. You can feel your reason being overrun by fear. we will be testing his will, which is okay at 4. Must remember he has a couple of focus tokens. Okay, but he got a success. A single 6. Resisting the urge to panic. You find a large metal and glass machine that has electricity sparking across its surface. You try to learn how to operate the device. It's going to be a lore check. Ugh, lore is only 2. But yes, as previously stated, 2 focus tokens. Just need a single success. Now, okay, let's use up 1 of his tokens, because it would be nice to get a gate closed at some point. 2. Alright, let's spend his other. Aye, yay, there we go. If you pass, you return to your own time, close this gate. Yes. Put the card back. That out of your way. And the pyramid gate. Oops. Into the discard pile. Okay. Took a little doing, but Michael had a successful turn. Alright. Norman's turn to try to get us that last badly needed Eldritch token. Alright. Norman's going to have a go at the cultist represented by the token. Combat, well, first of all, of course, the will check again, which will be will +1, which means he's actually rolling 6 dice, and we're trying to prevent 2 incoming horror. Start with 5. Okay, he blocked the 2, we don't need to roll our last die. Now, must remember all the things that Norman has, because he's actually got rather a lot. Okay, first of all, we're going to cast that Wither spell, which does not want to focus. There we go. Well, ish. Right, we will test lore to get a +3 strength. His lore is currently a base of 4, +2 from the Opus Arcana when resolving spell effects. So, we're getting to roll 6 dice again. Okay, 1 success, and we'll roll another one because we're going to flip the card to see how many successes we get. Okay, well, it was a success, and if we turn it over, we only rolled 1 success, so the harmful magic lingers in your body, lose a health. That knocks him down to 3, which means his health and sanity are even. So he's going to get a +2 on top. Okay, there is no way we're not getting this. Right, Norman? There's no way. Plus, he's got the Colt. 32 Colt. Resolve 1 additional die when resolving a combat encounter. That's not a plus, so it means I can still use the one from the Wither spell. And we can re-roll 1, so that means... Alright, let's do the math here. Strength is 3. +3 from the Wither spell, that's 6. Gets to roll an additional die from the 32 Colt. 7. He's rolling 7, and we need to get 3 successes. And we get to re-roll 1. Is that everything? Oh, plus he's got the Tattered Cloak and 2 focus tokens. Okay. We have to have this. Dupe. Really, Norman? Out of 5 freaking dice, you couldn't get a single success. Okay. We get 2 more because he's rolling 7. Okay, those were success. Using the cold, he may re-roll one die. No. Okay. Norman is, well, okay, let's use a focus token. No. Let's use his other focus token. He's going to spend a sanity instead of a clue. Doesn't have to actually take the damage because the Tattered Cloak protects him from it. This is our last chance for Norman, with his vast amount of dice, to get another success. Nope. Norman fumbled. Way to go. So, Joe Diamond's our last chance to solve this mystery, because it is now his encounter turn. And he is going to confront. And unfortunately, because it's an ambush, it's really a different cultist monster every time. So the damage doesn't stack. It goes away after the combat, and you're actually ambushed by a whole new cultist when you go back in. So, right, the will test. Will +1, which is going to be 5 to prevent 2 sanity. Good God. Total miss. Not going to use his focus token because I'm saving that for actually taking the thing down. So he's down. He's down to 2 health. God, you guys really suck today. Okay. Now, the combat, for which he may use his security squad, letting him roll with influence instead, which is 5. Got 1. Can't do it. We could spend his focus token, even if we're successful. He'd only get 2. Nice job, guys. Oh well. So much for that. I guess we're going to see what happens when we fail to get 2 mysteries. But before that happens, we have to do the rest of the dreaded Mythos phase. Damn. You guys. Okay, Mythos phase. This one may take a while because we'll have to see what happens when Syzygy flips. Anyhow, first things first, all the other horrible things that are going to happen to us. Right. Omen track, which we knew was guaranteed to happen, goes around. Eldritch token goes on, so there are 3 of them. Doom also goes down by 2. Because we have Red Gates in the Himalayas and Shanghai. And we couldn't close any gates because we were too busy wasting time trying to progress our mystery. I'm not bitter. Right, then, oh look, there's tentacles. Reckoning. Shoggoth heals up. Doesn't matter. Right. The old deep one. Where did my deep one go? I misplaced my deep one. Just a second. Okay, there it is. I put it back in the bag. Right. Deep one. Who's it gonna ambush? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those guys are 5 spaces away. 1, 2, 3, 4. To get the skids. 1, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's going to be skids. Yeah, I don't see another way to get to anyone closer. All right. Right. Deep one combat. Will test to prevent 2 horror. So will is 4. We need 2 successes. Oh god, that one was cocked, so I upped it. Yeah. Yeah, he prevented 1. Well, that's at least he prevented 1. Otherwise, Skids would be down right now. All right. -1 combat to prevent 1 damage, and then the monster goes away. So that'll be 4 dice as well. Yeah. Oh wait. No, he's used the ritual dagger this round. Okay, he prevented it. He doesn't kill the deep one, but it scarpers back into the sea. Alright. Set for monsters. Nothing on the old one. Nothing on Mythos cards. We don't have any. Right. Possessions. Norman's Scales of Thoth. Oh, God. Can we just drop stuff we don't like? I'm going to have to look that up. Because it's not usually an issue wanting to get rid of things. Because the Scales of Thoth means he has to lose 1 health and or 1 sanity. And for it to be useful, he's got to lose 1 of each. So he is down. Oh, wait. No, okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Think a little here, Doug. Right. Lose 1 health and or 1 sanity. I choose sanity. 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay. Gotta remember the tattered cloak. That is it for possessions. Now we have to do all the conditions. Oh yes. Skids. We're going to test for his amnesia first. We're going to be rolling 4 will to try to prevent it from happening. Okay, a success. Then the blight, which of course we have to take the top one, otherwise he goes mad and leaves the game. He will gain another madness. What do we get this time? Hunger. When you perform a rest action, you cannot recover sanity. Roll 1 die on a 4, 5, or 6, discard the card. Of course, now it's got a reckoning effect, so we test it, and we're going to be testing his will again. It's a vicious cycle. Okay, he got a 6. Next up is Michael McGlenn, right, who is wanted. We're going to be testing his observation, which is just 1. I think we'll be flipping this card. All right. Yep. What happens to Mike? Ransacked. The debris littering the floor makes it clear that locked doors cannot protect you. Discard 1 item possession, then flip the card, or we have to keep the card. Well, I don't want him to drop the Tommy gun. So we'll just have to get rid of the stone tablet. He's not having a good time getting it to activate. Anyway, we won't get whatever nice thing that was. Back into the unique assets. Whoops. Battery ran out there. That's what I get for recording multiple turns in the day. but I have to do it. All right. We were doing conditions. Next up is Norman, who has 2 of them. We will check his internal injury first, testing his strength, which is at a +2. Because of the scales of Thoth being balanced. So that'll be 3, 4, 5. Okay. We're rolling 5 dice and getting 3 successes. So we're getting all these multiple successes now when we only need 1. Anyway. Oh, and now we'll find out what his blight condition does. Oh, wait. Yes, we've already seen it. Duh. Right. Your friend smiles, the smoke and foot. Yeah, okay. Fine. Another injury. Lose 2 health and 2 sanity. That'll knock him down to 1. That's not really an acceptable situation. So, now he's got a back injury. So let's go ahead and test that reckoning, shall we? Test his strength. Again, he'll have 3 +2 for the scales of Thoth. Okay, a single success. That's all we need. Okay, that wraps up the reckoning effects. Now, being a yellow card, that means gate spawning time. Buenos Aires. Okay, let's go into the monster bag. And what do we get? A fire vampire. Ugh. Like, regular vampires aren't bad enough. There are fire varieties. See, kind of tough physical resistance, so something like the Tommy gun would do no good. On a reckoning, it moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator, then anybody on that space loses a health. Ugh. Okay. Right. Now, the tentacles kick in. The wind suddenly picks up, causing a shiver despite the clear blue sky. Looking to the horizon, you see steel-gray clouds approaching. The storm. Each investigator discards clues equal to the number of rumor mythos cards in play. That would be 0. If there are no rumor mythos cards in play, draw and resolve 1 mythos. Rumor mythos, oh god. Okay, just give me a second. Right, here we go. We got all the horrible blue mythos rumor cards. Just when we thought the rumors were all behind us. And, oh, Christ, tentacles. Okay, we're going to spawn a couple of clues. One on space 5. Right, middle of North America. And one in London. We are going to put the rumor token on the pyramids. And only 2 Eldritch tokens are going on to the Mythos card. Humanity's final hour is at hand. No kiddin'. And your only hope lies in convincing the messenger of the gods to grant you more time. You pray that he will find your offerings and sacrifices to be sufficient. Bargain with Nyarlathotep. As an encounter, an investigator on the pyramids may offer the messenger information about his enemies in exchange for assistance. That's an influence check. If he passes, he may spend clues equal to half, so two clues to solve the rumor. When there are no Eldritch tokens on this card, investigators lose the game. And on a reckoning, discard one Eldritch token from this card unless the lead investigator gains a Dark Pact condition. Wow. That is appalling. So we are really going to need to acquire some clues so we can stop that from happening. Pretty sure we just lost this game. Alright. Let me grab Syzygy. At the end of the Mythos phase, if 2 mysteries have been solved, they have not. Or there are 3 Eldritch tokens on the red space of the Omen track, there is. Flip this card and resolve the Portal Opens effect. Portal opens. Place 1 clue on this sheet for each mystery solved. Okay, grab a clue. I'm going to put that on. So, presumably if we had gotten 2 done, we would have been further along. Let's see. Then shuffle the Mystic Ruins Encounter deck. Alright. Not looking, not looking. And okay, so the Mystic Ruins Encounter is going to move to London, it appears. Okay, what else does my clue token? Sealing the portal. Final mystery. Alright, so we have to do this. The solar eclipse has begun, shrouding the earth in darkness. Azathoth's gaze falls upon humanity. Only the power left behind by those who once fought the outer gods can close the portal. As an encounter, an investigator on the Mystic Ruin space may draw and solve a Sealing the Portal special encounter. At the end of the Mythos phase, if there are clues on this sheet equal to half investigators plus 2, so 4, the final mystery has been solved. Okay, so everybody go to London. Okay, rules that are happening now. Well, first of all, the cultists are probably harder. Yes, they continue to get stronger as the Eldritch tokens on the red Omen track build up. And they now do 1 more damage than we did before. Yeah, and they're slightly harder to... Yeah, we don't get a +1 on the will check. In the meantime, when an investigator is defeated or devoured, that player is not eliminated. Okay? When the Omen advances to the red space on the Omen track, shuffle the Mystic Ruins Encounter deck. Okay, we're not going to be adding more Eldritch tokens. That's good. So we just got to get... Man, we got to get everybody to London and solve things like crazy. When Doom advances to 0, investigators lose the game. Yes, we've also got to deal with all these damn gates. If reckoning effect, if there are no gates on the game board that correspond to the current Omen, advance the Omen by 1. So, Doom is going to keep on going. Okay, so time to rethink our plans entirely. We just need 3. Maybe we can do this. Alright, well, we'll see how we do moving towards this next turn. I'm going to have to figure out what the heck to do. At least we got a couple of guys close to London. Yeah, right now one massive obstacle is that damn rumor. Yeah, this has screwed us over quite badly. So, I'll have to see what we can do about it. Alright, we will see what the future holds. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you all kindly for liking and subscribing and making comments and pointing out errors. Again, I'm doing a few turns, recording a few turns in a row. So if there are any errors in these couple of turns, I won't catch them right away. Hopefully I didn't make any mistakes. Alright, well, again, thanks everybody for watching, and we will see you next time. We will be playing yet another turn of Eldritch Horror. We'll see you then.